Perhaps. Perhaps, you know? That's just my, that's my theory right now, at least. Hello, people. We're here for Kubera, of course. As you'd expect, it's a Friday. Don't worry, there won't be any surprise Kubera streams this week. I don't have time. I wish I did, but I don't. So here we are, picking up from where I left off at the end of the stream I did last Saturday. So if you didn't catch that, there'll be a link in the card, top right, like there usually is to the previous reaction I did, which will obviously be linking to the stream VOD. It's long. It's like 2.5 hours of me, doing stuff and also chatting in between. But if that's your piques your interest, do consider going and checking out the stream. Obviously, you know who you are. I can't remember your name off the top of my head, I apologize. Has timestamped it also. If you just want to see the chapters, you can go and click those and just, watch my reactions. If you want to watch the whole stream, go right ahead. If you haven't already, of course. Which I'm sure you have, because you're just that good. Right, anyway, with that, any more waffling on, let's hop right in, shall we? Chapter 231. After the insane, Garuda fucking jump scare last time.
Father, why is he here? For now, let's be courteous. He has more than enough ways to kill me if he really wanted to. The fact that he attacked like so means he's willing to hear what I have to say first. If I make an excuse that I was getting away from the fight between Aravada and the gods... Oh, wait. Anon. No, I can't let him know he's not protecting humans. If he finds out... Just as I couldn't understand my brother in the past, my father wouldn't understand me either.
Won't know unless you try.
What do? I can't talk to Anon and Surin, nor I can write at the moment. Before father finds them out, I need to separate myself from them somehow.
We might fall!
That's right. Just let go and drop them. Hurry! Damn. I can't wait for Ananta to jump off on his own. There's no other way. Would he have noticed with the noise I made? I moved at the same time they fell, so it should have covered it up.
Nah, he fucking knows. He fucking knows.
If you meet your king, shouldn't you come to me first and bow your head? That you would wait for me to approach. You're one bold guy. And unfamiliar.
Season 3, episode 231, Ananta 20. We go into the fight? Yes, we are. I mean, it's the fight. Who's that again? I don't know. Oh, what the hell? Yo, Yama's abilities are cool. What the fuck? Hey, yo. What the hell's he doing? That's tight.
This doesn't look good. Vinata is barely keeping Aravada from getting bigger. But Aravada is attacking outside, too, while fighting Vinata. You aren't able to just close the gap, and I can't help since I need to maintain the space warp. Are we going to get anywhere at this rate? This isn't what I heard when you said she's weakened.
She's weakened for sure. If she was as strong as the time of the first king, you wouldn't have been able to hold out this long. It would have been better if Chandra were here. Don't even think about it. That guy's always the type to stand in opposition when this kind of thing happens. He was like that in the beginning, and...
And what, Kubera? And when else? When else was he in opposition to things like this? What do you... what the hell? And the future? Or present?
And he was like that when Yaksha died too.
Wait, I never heard about this. What do you mean?
It's just as I said. No matter how innocent or friendly the target is, he's willing to kill anyone for a larger profit. The guy's just like Indra in that aspect. And you are no different, Yama. How you must have felt when you freed those souls in the beginning. I understand you. Though the results were devastating, In this irrational universe where even the right choice can result in disaster. Against the incomprehensibility of the beginning, I respected how you struggled to make a difference, since I couldn't do it. I'm at least trying to be on your side here, and not gonna make decisions I will regret anymore. Does that mean you'll try your best until the end to stop Indra's plan to harm Ananta? Right. The reason I'm holding this spear is the same.
Now, we know that spear has the ability to fuck around with people's names. Even give names. And we know that, Lise has the name Ananta strapped onto her name. And presumably so does Asha, I'm going to imagine. And given that they've both got some of, you know, the power of Kubera's name, I'm wondering, you know, do we think, perhaps, that the reason that the way Ananta was defeated is using this spear? His name was taken, hence he lost, you know, his power. He wasn't the strongest anymore because he didn't have the name Ananta. He dies. Kubera took the name. People were named Kubera, meaning Kubera's power, the power of his name at least, was kind of distributed among them, including the power of the name of Ananta that he had taken. Perhaps. Perhaps, you know? That's just my, that's all, that's my theory right now at least.
Everything I do from this point on will be for Ananta.
But how the hell could everything that's gone on be for Ananta? What? Bro.
I can already feel it from afar, but it's even more surprising seeing you up close. From every angle, you look like a child of Ananta and I. But except for the youngest of all my... but except for the youngest, all of my children have died. It's impossible that any of them could exist in this grown form. Or could there be some guy who was reported dead but somehow survived and grew up? What do I do? Should I tell him that I am, in fact, that youngest son? No, even putting aside the anxiety that it won't go well. It doesn't match with the growth stage of me in this timeline. I already learned that I can't explain the timeline from what I tried with Godhava. Let's act like I'm one of my older brothers, who's supposed to be dead. If I make an excuse that I lost my memory due to a near-death experience, he may just let it go, somehow. Ah, that sounds likely, King Garuda. I may not have any memories previous to the events, since I almost died, but others have asked me if I was your child because of my appearance and affinities. That's not untrue. The gods did recall my father as soon as they saw me in the beginning, and Reltara also noticed that I was one of her siblings the first day she met me. If you feel that I'm of your bloodline, I may indeed be one of your children. Die then. Sorry? You should not be alive. For Garuda. Wait, father...
Ananta! Ah! I wonder if he's doing this because of what Maruna told him that he told Maruna to tell him. You know, with the destroying everything. That I can't remember the exact words, but you know the moment on that I reacted to it like 2 weeks ago. Tasty hydration. Tasty coffee as well. Not that I've got a coffee with me now, but I had one when I had lunch about 5 minutes, well, not 5 minutes ago, because I'm recording for 10, so how could I have had lunch 5 minutes ago? Like 15 minutes ago.
Ananta? Could it be because of Anant's spell?
Yes. Most likely. He definitely did signal Ananta, you know, him with the, San Vega Ananta. I think it was San Vega. Or is it San Yoga? Which one? I don't remember. You know, but you know.
I did wonder why he kept wasting his vigor on magic that wouldn't even work. Was it to send a signal to Ananta? But something is off. He looks different again. It hasn't even been that long since we last met. Did something happen?
What has brought you here, Ananta? That's what I was gonna ask, Garuda. You couldn't have been passing by chance. You must have known something, right? So, which side are you on this time? Are you on Ananta and Aksha's side, along with Kubera? Or on Aravada's, with Indra?
Mother and Akasha are here. And they're even on Kubera's side? I was wondering what 2/5 Zengods we're going to do against Aravada, but of course, they had reinforcements. Then father must be on mother's side. I don't even have to question that, do I? Do I? Huh? Father? Don't tell me. No, it can't be. He couldn't be on the opposite side to Mother.
Ananta, you were always like this. You somehow knew everything about things I was definitely doing in secret.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, you shouldn't be surprised that he is basically synonymous with time.
I used to wonder if there were spies, or if you even had the inside of primeval gods. And now I know that's not the case. It looks like he's wearing a mask. That's what, I haven't even thought about that. I thought it was just that, you know, his like eyes were shaded, but it actually just looks like he's wearing a mask. There were no spies, no primeval gods in sight. You could just see the consequences of things and were able to undo them.
What?
The ability to deny universes that you don't like. A power close to Almighty. You've already terminated countless universes with that power, and you will continue to do so. In the end, to every existence in this universe. You are the ultimate common enemy, Ananta.
That is kind of an insane power, though. Like, the hell? Yeah, look. But it depends on his motives behind it and his purpose. What's his end goal? Is Ananta on the side of, you know, Vishnu and prolonging the existence of the universe, or is he just doing it for shits and gigs? I don't think he's doing it for shits and gigs. He's gonna have a reason, right? Like, there's no way he doesn't have a reason. I wonder if we'll find out. Season 3, episode 232, Ananta 21.
The ultimate enemy. You could put it that way. That power of yours makes others' free will and efforts meaningless, since the value of existence in this universe would only have been accepted if you agreed to it. If something happened that you didn't like, you would have turned back time, however many times it took. And as a result, those universes that you have terminated have disappeared into possibilities. This universe now is the one that survived, only because you allowed it to. But even that wouldn't be forever. You will terminate it whenever anything you don't like happens. Those universes you have discarded like that, all the lives that disappeared among them. The weight of those sins alone is already too heavy. Even God Hava, who's taken countless lives, would be insignificant compared to your sin. If that's what you really believe, it would take more than a little courage to speak to me this way, Garuda. I've always respected you for that. In those many possibilities, you're the only one who never bowed down to me and stood against me.
But the one behind you troubles me from fighting you here. He is your son, but he has interfered with time, like me. You can guess who he is just from that, right? Do not let his growth stage distract you. Take another look, and you'll see how reckless it was to try and kill him yourself. I understand that you consider me evil. My sins are actually way heavier than anyone else's in this world. And it has reached a point where they can't even be contained anymore. They're on the verge of bursting forth. Even if you don't try to simply fight me, my end is near. You should try to attend to Vanada. Though, you may not admit everything to each other. You're not willing to let her die, are you? Don't be too hurt by it. No matter how he treats you now, he's the one trying his best to save your life in the future.
Oh, yes. But to my brothers, he is still an endlessly cruel man. I just realized that today from their perspective. But you've seemed unwell since earlier. Are you feeling okay, Ananta?
I can't say I'm fine. Actually, after hearing what you told me, I've been trying hard to find out why I came to that conclusion, and what things I saw in the future. In the end, it was my sins that were the problem. I had to either let my sins consume me, or let them pour forth. I have to make a choice.
Ah, is this the question asked that time? Kubera answered that the sins bursting would be more dangerous.
I already know the consequences of me being consumed. There's no hope in that scenario. But I can't just let it burst forth either. So something, or someone, has to be the vessel to contain it.
Could that possibly be me?
No way. That won't work. You can't do it. Not just you. No one in this timeline can do it. That's why I had no choice but to bring an existence from a different timeline. So we were teased about him being here before with Girl, now Kinara. Right. But it seems that Rao is in fact here. Okay, maybe I was slightly off about how Lee's got Ananta's name, but I don't think I'm completely off. I think I am kind of on the money with that. But, oh my god. Also, there's a cautious hood. Oh, we got Akasha's hoods down. Maybe we'll finally see her face. This is our last chance. We need to make it work now. Never mind. No, I should put her back up. Tragic.
What the? You said I just had to pierce her with the spear. So why?
That's because the spear was made for correcting errors. And this means that I am no longer an error. If you are trying to stop something, it's already too late, Kubera.
Kinara, you okay?
Yep, she ain't human no more. She really ain't human no more. Yeah, it ain't good. I'm thinking today we're probably gonna do a 3-chapter reaction, depending on how absurd of a cliffhanger we get on this one. Although, knowing Kubera, I probably will do more. But we'll see, we'll see. It depends how I am. I'm a little bit drained. Also, by the way, here's your weekly reminder to do exercise. Go gym, go for a jog, press-ups, sit-ups, whatever. Do some exercise. Okay? Good.
When I could barely make him out from afar, I was surprised, thinking it was that human. However, seeing him up close, not only is his hair color a bit different, but the body is also completely different. The face is still very similar, and it's hard to believe that it's a coincidence.
What's wrong? Am I that handsome? Isn't it funny? They say it's a trendy joke in the Ananta clan.
Got tricked by Vasuki. Poor guy.
A joke someone who's actually handsome can't make.
I was wrong. The face is different too. A human didn't laugh like that.
Yeah, because Lisa's had a fucking miserable life.
It's also destiny for us to meet like this. Shall we introduce ourselves?
I can't tell you anything. Don't come near me.
Yes, you can. Because he is also not from this point in time.
My name is Rao. Rao Lees. Have you heard it before? That makes sense. I've been making quite a mess in the server realm. Being dragged around by Ananta more than enough. It's still in the future, that's still in the future, Rao. It hasn't happened in this timeline yet. Ah, was it? It's hard to tell the more I spend time with you, since I lose a sense of time. So, what is it this time? How can I help you? You're always excited. You might have been fed up. Or had some complaints by now. Why would I? I'm just grateful that you found my life back when I was almost dead, Ananta. The memories of those close to me have become...
Wait a fucking minute. Is this Rao from, like, moments after Asha killed him? Given what he just said there.
The memories of those close to me have become so much more precious, thanks to being apart from them for such a long time. If I go back to my timeline one day, I may be able to cherish this life and live each day with gratitude.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to, are you?
What's wrong, Ananta? I'm sorry. So sorry. You won't be able to return to that life, Rao. Since this is where your journey ends. Is Rao gonna take on Ananta's sins?
More than likely, given what was said last time, in the last chapter. Season 3, episode 233, Ananta 22.
What is that?
My king, you must flee! What's going on? An intruder! The casualties already... I told you to strengthen security. How is this? We did strengthen security. It was no use. From what the witnesses say, it was like a calf from the Kubera clan. Shows signs of partial certification and speaks strangely. From the way it murders so ruthlessly. It also looks like it's under the control of the fiendish magic. Breathe! How could someone be under the control of the fiendish magic? In a place like this where sun figure spells don't work? We're not sure whether it was already being controlled before it came here from another planet, or that it came through the water channel while being controlled. No one could have enough vigor to endure it. That might be why it looks like it's run out of vigor. It's unable to use transcendentals, and it's just charging into things. But it's still devastating. It has even been struck by Shiva magic 3 times and still survived. Don't worry too much. There were the superior magicians around since it was right after the event, and they might be able to stop it if they all work together. You don't have to worry about the casualties, since we can bring them back with Hoti Vishnu. You must flee into the cellar, Your Majesty. We'll bring you back when the situation is stable. But what about all of you? Aren't we the closest guards of the king? It's our duty to put our lives in danger to protect the royal family. Thank you, everyone. Such loyal pronouncements are only possible since they can be revived. Oh. Expect to be rewarded when the king returns and recognizes their service. Even then, they're precious people to you. It's been a long time since you've disassembled the knights. So other than them, who else would you have faith in? Even those who stay on your side for the rewards. You cannot let go of easily. But unfortunately, the enemy is stronger than you think.
Her brutality against the royal family is worse than you can imagine. They will all be destroyed if you leave just now. Just leave now. You might be able to bring some of them back, but most of them will be in and never be able to return. Then what should I do? You must make a decision, 16th Daksha. As king of the humans, you have the right to declare, on behalf of all humans, the rejection of fiendish magic. But if I did that just for the sake of the royal family, countless fiendish magicians outside the palace will stand against us. After all, they are also members of human society. Of course, I'm not telling you to do it right now. It's not too late to do it when you have sufficient cause. What do you mean by sufficient cause? I will lend you my power to stop this invasion this once. But you are to make reasons after. The destruction of 11 planets. Today's invasion, and the events that happened when you were little. I'll tell you who's behind it all. No, your majesty! Why haven't you gone to the cellar yet? We can't defend this place. We can defend this place, so please, get away from here! You're so hopeless once the spear didn't work. Is this all you prepared? Which means you were after the spear, and we're using the humans as bait. I've been using them too, but you're just as bad, Kubera. You two are also fools to have agreed to his half-baked plan.
I don't think that this is their end goal, if I'm being real.
I even pity Garuda at this point. He lost all his capable highly ranked clan members. And beings like you are his number 2 and 3 right now.
Put yourselves together, both of you. After living this long, you should at least be able to overcome a psychological transcendental.
Well, a large mouth. That's Tika. Those who gave the spear at the beginning, made the spear at the beginning, and those who let everything happen are now blaming me. Are all the same, but there's no need to commit unnecessary sins with those who will be revived even if I kill them. These two, on the other hand, though you may not be from an enemy clan, just the fact that you tried to harm me is enough of a reason for me to kill you.
Well, we know that Akasha isn't dead at the very least. And I don't think Garuda will let Vanilla die, yeah.
Garuda?
Yeah. Yeah. And there it is. Right. Well. I actually think that is quite a nice place to leave it. So I will be ending this reaction here. I hope you've all enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, every notification bell. You know the usual YouTube stuff. And with that out of the way, I've been honestly, you've been you, and I hope you've got time for another video. Ta. For now.